Happy New Year. As you know, Civic is celebrating 25 amazing years. I wanted to personally thank you all for your support. Hundreds of people stepped up during our annual Giving Class Challenge to share their support and appreciation for Civic's work in the community over the last 25 years. We heard from all corners of the globe. Yes, our furthest donor lives and works in Asia. Support came in from some of our earliest class years to the most current class. Your continued participation and passion for this program means the world to us. It's never too late to consider supporting Civic and our mission, which is to connect leaders from across the region as we all work to make Hampton Roads a better place to live. Being an active alumni member of Civic provides you with unique access to our database and to special events. And don't forget, you are supporting a future generation of leaders. And as a member, you help to shape the future for this organization that we all enjoy being a part of. It's evident that as leaders in this community, you're invested in its success and believe in the role that Civic plays. You are true stakeholders in this organization. And as stakeholders, I wanted you to be the first to hear some truly exciting news. Today, it's my distinct privilege to announce that our very own Kathy Lewis, longtime president and CEO of Civic Leadership Institute, will henceforth be recognized with the title President Emeritus. I'm so excited, our team is excited, and our board of directors are thrilled with this news. And I'm also excited that Kathy has joined us today. So how are you, Kathy? I am so excited about this. There is nobody more deserving to receive this fantastic title. And we are thrilled that you have decided to join us today. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'll tell you, with these crazy 2 years that we've had, it's just nice that we're still finding ways to connect, which is fabulous. And so it's great to see you. And I'm so pleased to see how the organization has continued to grow and change in such really dynamic ways. So it's a great honor to be here today. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And, we're so excited. Celebrating 25 years is a really big accomplishment. And you were a big part of that 25 years. So I thought, because our alumni really like to hear people dishing the dirt, I wondered if there were any funny stories or any things you remember from those opening retreats that you wanted to share.
Well, okay. And one opening retreat, I don't remember all the configurations of this, but one of the very earliest opening retreats involved a billy goat. And I wish I could tell you it's true. I know. And some of these later classes are going to be like, what are you talking about? I don't remember. We were out at Camp Silver Beach, and one of the groups, we, put the class in groups, and one of them showed up with a billy goat. I don't know where it came from. Presumably we left it there because did not make the bus for the ride home, which was super fantastic. So there was a billy goat at one of the opening retreats. And thankfully, I believe that might've been all the wildlife appearances that we had. I always lived, and maybe this is true for you too, Sarah Jane, but I always lived in fear of leaving somebody behind on the bus. You know what I mean? You'd go to some location and you think you had everybody on the bus. And I just lived in terror of leaving somebody behind. And finally, one day it happened. I've forgotten now where we were. Maybe it was somewhere in Suffolk. I can't quite remember. And the bus is pulling out, and I'm not going to say who it was, but I saw this. I, thank goodness, looked out the back window, and here comes this person chugging across the parking lot.
Whichever Civic alum this is, they're sitting there going, yep, that was me.
Probably remember this. And I just thought, and it was one of those where we were out in the middle of nowhere. So to come back and get that person, would have been insane.
Well, Kathy, we have to say a big thank you to you, because in order for an organization to get to 25 years, it has to have leadership that has set it up for success. And especially as we entered into COVID, it was a scary time for everybody. And so the work that you had done to make sure that Civic was going to be successful and was established in the community was absolutely tremendous. So thank you on behalf of all of our Civic alumni. Thank you on behalf of our region as well for everything that you do each and every day to make Hampton Roads a better place to call home.
I know this is probably your experience as well, but everywhere I go, people want to connect around Civic, and we have such a depth and a breadth of Civic alumni in the region now that we're really, as you know, starting to see things happen. And if there's a place that you've been looking for to engage regional leadership, good grief, you can easily find it within Civic. And that is, and I'm sure you would agree with this, that is very gratifying. This is important work. And even better than that, it's very joyful work because, you know, our alumni are just great, fun people. One of the most satisfying things is to see these friendships that have built over time. And, you know, that's how you get to know somebody very well. You work in the trenches, you work a project together, you be in a class together. You know, this is how we grow and learn and create community. So congratulations to you and the team for growing it and for deepening it in the region. I think you and I will feel like this is might be some of the most important work we do in our lives. And so what a privilege it is to be here and to be a part of the history of Civic.
So Kathy, I know Founders was always a super fun time for us. As you always used to say, it is our
family reunion. That's kind of how I felt about it.
It was. And I think that our alumni are ready to get back to that. So once this whole COVID thing is over, we hope you'll come back. And
yes.
in lieu of that, we do want to make an announcement about our class year trophy, because, you know, they get very, very competitive.
Yes. I feel like the Winter Olympics has nothing on this class trophy thing. I feel like I want to know when NBC is going to show up for this because it's that big a deal.
Absolutely. Yes. So if you don't mind, we would like for you to bestow that honor on the best class. But how about before we do that, let's go through the third and second places. So drum roll. In third place, we have.
Third place is the class of 2018. What a great class this is. That is fabulous. And I tell you, you know, we were joking just a moment ago about how really every class has something that distinguishes it. But I remember so many of these classes so well. And 2018 was a great one. So congratulations, coming in third place.
Now in second place, we have
class of 2019. So just a little bit younger. Maybe that had something to do with it. Who knows? We don't know. But class of 2019, and that was an amazing class too. So congratulations, you came in second place. And the lovely thing about all of this, of course, is that these are the awards of all time until next year. So yeah, that's good.
So hold on to those titles, everybody.
Right,
okay.
Exactly.
Now it's the moment that people have been waiting for. They have been emailing us, calling us, posting on social media. When will they find out who the best class of all time for 2022 is? And that class would be
2017. And you know, this really should not surprise us because this is, I think, isn't this like the third time around the block for the class of 2017? So they somehow have some systems underway. There's something going on there that engine just keeps on turning. And so congratulations, class of 2017. And I know a bunch of those folks in that class. They are quite proud of their commitment and they are quite competitive. And so that may have a lot to do with why they are in this #1 position of best class of all time for this year.